It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for Randy's Guitar Attic on YouTube. So sit back for the next hour and talk guitars and much, much more. So here's your host, Randy. Hey, here it is, Wednesday night. Back on the air. So it's been like a week off. It was kind of strange. Mitchell, Eric, how are you? Eric's in here. Woo-hoo. So yeah, it was kind of strange not doing the podcast last week. You know, we did the trivia at the Hard Rock, and that was interesting. But I guess I did a good job because I got asked to do it twice a month. So I have to weigh whether I should go and do it twice a month, which would always be on Wednesdays. So Terry, how are you? Good to see you, man. How are things up in the San Augustine area? So I just now I have to think about that. Do I want to just do this podcast twice a month and go do trivia on two nights of the month? So I don't know. Did you guys miss me if I was gone for 2 times a month? Tuesday night podcast instead. Yeah, so Rocket, we will talk about the Rocket. The Tuesday night podcast. I mean, that could actually happen, I guess. Tuesday or Thursday, one of the two. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to think about that. I really got to think about it. I thought about maybe letting him know, say, I'll do it for a month and see what happens. Just to try it for a month and just see how I like it for a whole month. I do know this. I did trivia on last Wednesday at the Hard Rock. And it is 3 hours of trivia. 3 hours of one round of trivia, or well, 3 rounds, but it was brutal. It was a long time. It's hard to keep people entertained for 3 hours for trivia. It just like, oh my God. It was pretty hard. It really was. I had to be my best entertaining person I could possibly be. I mean, it did work out. I mean, they did like me and all that good stuff. So it wasn't like I was in foreign land by any means, because I did the whole radio and the whole NASCAR or whatever racing. Which one pays more? Well, the trivia by far. I hate to tell you that, guys. Yeah, trivia pays a lot more. Trivia actually pays about what I make in about 3 months. So, and that's just the live stream. Really, I mean, is there any money really in the live stream? Not really. There is a little bit with you guys doing the, the super chats, and Eric, who's a member of one of my rock stars and stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but compared to making what I make doing trivia, no, there's definitely more money in doing the trivia. So, we have a few things. We'll talk about the rocket here. I know Seth is not here. I'm surprised Seth is not in here. Or Steph, not Seth. Steph. I got this cord. This cord is. I've got headphones on. I got some earplugs. I got these new earbuds, and they're all right. Just was the cord was a little longer. Figured I'd try them out and see if I liked them enough to where I could use them on stage. And we'll see. They do seem to have some pretty good bass in them, though, which is kind of surprising. I didn't think they would have that much bass for just a cheap little bud that I got off of Amazon. What are they? Let me see. I'll let you guys know what these are. Here goes my pick. They are Basin. B-A-S-N. Basin. And they seem to sound pretty good. Not bad. Back over there you go. Back to your hole. So, yeah, without doing the podcast last week, it seems like it's going to be a little slow, at least starting out that way. Dana is here. Yay! Yes, I was paid my worth. Trust me. Yes, 3 hours is a long time, but I was paid my worth, which is good. You know, I'm not going to do it for free. That's for sure. I will tell you this: that it was a lot like when I worked at the racetracks. You know, racetrack you will call. Let's see. We had 5 different divisions, and each division had 2 races each. So 10 races plus a special event after that, which could be a camper trailer race or a demolition derby or something else, go-karts or something, something else. They always had something else in there that I had to call. And I would leave the racetrack and literally could not speak. And if I could, it was very, very limited. Hey, thank you, Dane. Appreciate that. We got a super chat. Yay, super chat. Yay, we like those. So, go-karts and the shape of guitars. Yeah, that would be interesting. So tonight, I was going to talk about the rocket. Did anybody, I don't know where everybody's from, but where you're from, could you see the rocket go up tonight? We had the Artemis 2 go up tonight, going to the moon. This is the first time in many years since we've gone to the moon. And here's a trivia question for you. What year did we go to the moon last time? Anybody know? Anybody know? Oh, so that. All right, we do have a winner. Trips, it was not 1969. Oops, it's not 1973 either. Terry is correct. It is 1972. Fano bass, or is that what that is? Fano? I can't. Well, I'm just going to call you Fano because I can see that. I'm in North Carolina and I didn't see it. I did see the Tesla rocket about a month ago, though. Okay. So yeah, it was a very, very good launch tonight. I tell you what, I was doing my 3 mile walk, and I walked out on this bridge in the middle of this park, and it's just like water. And I looked out, and I could see the rocket perfectly. I mean, just like perfect. It was a great launch, by one of the best I've seen in a while. I like the night ones better. I mean, the night ones are great. I mean, they're very, very entertaining. It was visible from Lake City. Wow, really? That's a long ways. But yeah, it was a good launch. I have to admit, it was. I saw it on the balcony, Ormond Beach here. I was in Ormond Beach as well. So, okay. So, yeah, so the rocket was awesome to watch. There was a lot of go Artemis. Artemis too. Visible from Orlando, but it was a little cloudy. Really, I saw a launch one time. I was the last time I went to Epic Universe when it was in preview, which was about a year ago from now. I was at the preview, and I'm walking out after my whole day at the park, and I looked up, and the rocket that day was going straight up, right, like, from the path I'm walking on, was going right in the middle. It was so cool. It was one of the coolest launches I've seen. It almost looked like it was supposed to be. It was like, I thought, at first I thought it was part of the Epic Universe attraction, but it was not. So, all right, what's on from tap tonight? We've got talking about Ace Frehley's guitar. We got some news I heard about Kiss today. We'll talk about Rush, and we'll have trivia. And since it is the day it is, it will be real or fake trivia. So, and it's all based around guitars. So, if you're a guitar player, you'll like this. Some of this will be knowledge to you if you are a person looking to buy a guitar and you're not sure whether it's real or fake. Because we see pawn shops, gosh, I mean, it's crazy. You go to a pawn shop and you look at these guitars and you just go, oh my God, is it real or is it fake? I can't tell. They're everywhere. Tonight's guitar, by the way, is a Nash Custom 63 T63 and beautiful Jester paint. By the way, this guitar is available for sale at the Guitar Attic, 1672 and a half Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flemish and beautiful North Holly Hill. So, if you haven't heard the news, Ace Frehley's guitar, his number one guitar that he played most of the time, his Les Paul Custom Sunburst with the 3 pickups, is going to go to auction. My question for everyone tonight is, what do you think this guitar will go for? And I'll give you my opinion after I hear your opinion, how much you think it will go for at auction. How much is Ace Frehley's guitar going to fetch at auction? Was that 500,000? I saw the night launch from the Coke 400 night race. I remember that too. That was awesome. What year's the Les Paul? Early 70s. It's a 70s Les Paul. It's no big deal. $1.2 million, Eric says. All right. Anybody else want to weigh in their guesses on how much you think Ace Frehley's guitar will bring at auction? $42,000. Okay. Just remember, this was played by Ace Frehley, one of the most iconic guitar players ever in history. Whether you like Kiss or not, it doesn't take the fact that Ace influenced a lot of guitar players. A lot. Not saying that anybody in this room right now was influenced by Ace Frehley. By the way, the Quad Cortex is back from Neuro DSP. I want to thank Neuro DSP for getting my quad back so fast. I could not believe how fast it went out on a Monday and I got it back the following Thursday. Could not believe how fast the thing came back. It went to California and they fixed it, put it right back in the box, sent it right back to me. It was great. So, all right. So I believe the guitar will probably bring around. Okay. Trip says 1 million. All right. Anybody else? Last call for your what you think Ace Frehley's guitar is going to bring at auction. Last call. This is last call. Yeah, it was a good idea. I love how people are like, it's like thinking, Seth he started at 500,000. Now he's up to 1.5. Never thought the Black Strat would be sold for 12 million either. No. I think it was actually more than that. I think it was actually 14. Okay, 400,000 final guess there. All right. All right, I'm thinking one of you is probably right on line where I am, and that's gonna be Seth. Yeah, I think about 1.5 to probably 2 is going to be probably the number where that guitar will actually sit. I may be wrong. There may be a bigger Kiss freak out there that just says, that has a lot of money and says, hey, that was my favorite guitar player. And I'm going to pay up for that guitar. So, and speaking of Kiss, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley have been talking to Eric and Tommy, saying that maybe they need to do another tour. Start out in the United States, go around the United States one more time and do parts of Europe. Gene says he feels great. Paul says he kind of misses it. Tommy and Eric are like, Tommy's like, I'm playing with Black and Blue. Why not? I don't know what Eric is doing. I have no idea. But so what do you think about maybe Kiss doing another farewell tour? Terry, no more Kiss tours. Can Paul even sing? Does it really matter? Does it really matter that if anybody can sing? I mean, he's been off. He's been off. So, who knows? Maybe he can sing now. Terry says, I love Kiss. Yeah, I do too. Lay it to rest. If it has a headstock brake, devalues it by 40%. I don't think that guitar matters, dude. Paul is beyond done. Speaking of people who can't sing, has anybody heard any of the newer John Bon Jovi stuff? That's another one. Paul can mime it and it will still sell out. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. The same thing. I'm thinking they can go on tour, go do the whole thing, and it won't matter. It won't matter one bit because you can put the tracks up. They can stand up there and just do their whole thing and, yeah, be Kiss without even doing anything. Hi, Michelle. How are you? It's Kiss for the Christ's sake. Yeah, for Christ's sake. Yes, it is. It's Kiss. Yep. The real question is, can he still strut in those heels? Good question. I'll give you my opinion at the very end of this thing about whether I think Kiss should or should not go back out on tour. So stick around for that answer, my opinion. Also, speaking of other old groups, did anybody see the recent thing with the Juno Awards with Rush playing? They did their first show with their new drummer and their keyboard player. From what I heard, it sounded great. It sounded really, really great. Dana, are you still talking about the 1969 launch? The question is, how much are you willing to pay for Kiss to play the tracks? Oh boy, that's a good question. Saw it, meh, says Eric. Saw it, whatever. I saw it. Now then, Kiss goes out. This is what they would have to do. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. Instead of yeah, they would have to drop tune the guitar down just a little lower. Instead of E flat, it's going to become C. But yeah, I thought the Rush thing wasn't bad. Would I spend all the money to go see them? No, I would not. Who's playing drums for Rush? It's a girl from Germany. I don't remember her name. She's a beast. That's all I'll say. She's a beast. She's back there just banging away. The thing is, I'm curious more about whether she can do this for 3 hours or 2.5 hours or however long Rush is, depending on, because I think when they last toured, they were doing close to 3 hours of a show. And that's a lot to play like Neil Peart did, to copy all his licks and all that stuff, his, fills and everything he did for 3 hours is a lot for anybody. I mean, for anybody to try to do that, I don't know anybody that could do it. I don't even, Mike Portnoy, Portnoy does shows, what, 2 hours or something like that, but 3 hours of playing Neil Peart is a lot. You've got to be in tremendous shape. Her name is Mankita. I don't know. You guys read that. I can't read that. Remember, I can't see that well. What the heck is that? What's a looper? Oh boy. Oh, this is great. It's playing stuff in backwards. I better get out of that. What's Anika Miles? Is that her name? I thought I said Atlanta Miles. I was going to say, is she going to play? Mississippi on a mountain. All caps, people. Yes. Thank you, Michelle. The optometrist has remembered that Randy can't see because I'm pretty far away. Nice plaid Telecaster. This is a Nash T63 tonight. Yes. Nice guitar. It's gold on the back. But yeah, available for sale at the shop, Guitar Addict. Your amp has been eating beans. Yeah, it did sound that way, didn't it? I accidentally hit the looper and it was playing backwards. I don't know why. The Platocaster. Yes. All right. So people were not, I guess people just weren't impressed by having Rush come back. I don't know. All right. So what do we got here? What time we got here? Oh, we have 2 more minutes till we do trivia. It's 8:30. We do trivia, by the way. And tonight is real or fake trivia about guitars. We'll ask you some questions and you guys tell me whether these are real or fake. Trip said those dudes are in their late or mid 70s. Can they play 2.5 hours? Good question. My trivia gig last week was very good. You guys missed the beginning of the show. They have asked me to do it again. They asked me to do it twice a month. So I'm weighing the option now. Let's see if I did it twice a month. The podcast on Wednesday nights would not be here twice a month. So we had suggested that maybe we should maybe move the podcast to maybe Tuesdays or maybe Thursdays or something like that, and still keep my gig doing the trivia. Because it does pay money. What is your opinion on tribute bands where they copy the real bands and maneuvers and stuff? I don't have a problem with that one bit, actually. It actually gives kids, they've never seen these bands, and never will see these bands, an opportunity to get to know some of these songs. So the only thing I have a problem is if these tribute bands go out there and they play 2 tracks, the whole thing, and everything's just, you know, tracks. That's my, if you're going to be in a tribute band, go out there and play the music. So that's all I say. All right, 8:30. Let's get our questions for tonight. Da, da, da. Oh, no. Oh, I don't have my music. I just have crickets. Crickets. Gosh almighty. Crickets. All right, let's see here. All right. A Gibson Les Paul, if you find a Gibson Les Paul in a store and you say, you look at it, you pick it up, and everything looks good on it. And it has a, bolt on, or not a bolt on neck, but a, set neck, 2 humbuckers, a 3-bolt truss rod, all this stuff. Is the guitar real? Set neck. It's got a set neck. It looks all good. Everything's good. Nashville style bridge. 3-bolt truss rod cover. Got one answer coming in saying it's no, it's not real. Love my new Mini Taylor. Truss rod cover only has 2 screws. Not necessarily. So we got 2 no's and maybe a maybe. Well, in a pawn shop, it could be $2,000. I'm just thinking, logos look straight. Logo looks straight. An amp? No, it's a Quad Cortex. That's an amp. It's a PB5150. So the people that came up and said it's not real. It is correct. You are correct. It is not real. Les Paul, when you find a Les Paul or any Gibson product that has a truss rod, if the truss rod has more screws than 2, it is not real. So, all right. Yep, that's another one too. But if you can't take that, check the shape of the truss rod. But it's not going to be a truss rod. It's going to actually have a bullet up there at the top. A Gibson always has a bullet. If you can stick an Allen wrench in it, it's not real. So, all right, let's see here. A Fender serial number printed on the headstock and the neck. This one actually is a real answer. It is a real it is a yes for certain things. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I have to think about that. No, it's not. No, it's not. I just gave you the answer to that. I'm just going to go on that with that. I'll tell you that. Okay, so this is kind of deceiving in a little ways. A fender with a serial number printed on the headstock and the neck plate. See, there's the trick of that. Because if you find a fender, only Slayer's real. Damn. So if you find a fender and it has a serial number on the top of the headstock, either in the front or the back, but then it has a serial number on the back of the neck, that's probably a fake. That's probably a fake. The reason I say probably, and the only way you're really going to be able to tell is probably take the neck off and look and see. Because I have seen this. I've actually had a Strat come in one time that did have a serial number on the plate. But what had happened was the number didn't match anything. I mean, the number was totally did not match the headstock number. The reason it didn't, because the guy had bought this plate and he decided to just put it on there because he didn't like the plate that he had. I don't know why, but he didn't like it. So he put this L series serial number, which would have been from the 60s. So, and I think the guitar actually was from the 70s. It had a 70s, All right. So anyway, so if you find a guitar that has the two numbers on both the plate and the headstock, that's a hard one to tell in some instances. Yeah, just because what I would say, if the serial numbers do not match, you might want to check the guitar out further just to make sure that maybe somebody didn't switch up a couple parts or the guitar is just a parts caster. Doesn't mean that it's not, a real Fender. It could be a real Fender, but it may be somebody switched some parts out. Which there are a billion Fender clones. Oh, like the one I'm playing. Actually, these early Nashes, they actually had L series serial numbers on them to match what years that they were dictating. So it's kind of wild. When you got like a 60s one, they had an L series. So you even went that far to fake them. This is another one that's kind of I don't know. This is funny. Gibson headstocks. Logo that looks slightly too thick or bold with uneven spacing. Is it real or is it fake? Got a lot of fakes saying this one's fake. Anybody else want to weigh in here? Anybody else? And last call. Oh, I see Eric's comment back there says it's an acorn nut. Yeah, acorn, bullet, whatever. They're close. Well, I guess, yeah, the bullet. The bullet is what you see on a Fender. That's what they call the bullet, but yeah, I guess it's the acorn. You are correct. They still look like a bullet to me. I buy mine from Randy, so I don't have a problem. Dana says 2 minutes. Is that what that is, or 2M? Time out. I got to look it up. D says it's true. I know. I'll give you a couple more minutes. I'll let you look it up. This is really. All right. The answer is I'm going to say, oh, wait. At guitar shows, will other dealers call out one trying to sell a fake guitar? 90% of the time, yes. I have seen some guitars actually. Well, no. Yeah, usually we will tell people. Yeah, I mean, most of us will tell, hey man, you're selling a fake. But I have seen dealers actually buy fake guitars not knowing they were fake. Did see that happen in Charlotte one year. That was kind of wild. We all knew it was a fake. It came through our booth and we went, nah, that's okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it very much. But somebody else did. What gauge strings are you playing? They look super light, like eights. No, they are just 9 gauge. They're nines. All right. So the answer to that question was more than likely that guitar is going to be fake. Here's why I say more than likely. I actually have one of Joe Perry's Les Pauls. And the Les Paul actually, and because, usually a Les Paul is had, it's perfectly straight, it's in line and everything. And then, it says, what does it say in that one? Yeah, it says Les Paul, and then underneath it, the Les Paul actual in there is actually it's a little off. It's weird. And I don't know why it is that way, but it is legit. The guitar is actually 100% legit. But somebody messed up when they did the silkscreen. And I guess I didn't care because the guitar was going out. So 90%, 99, I would say 99.9% of the time, if the guitar is the letters are bold or they just look a little odd, it's probably a fake. But there are guitars, I will tell you this. Some of the guitars that you get with the logos that like are like Perloid, Impress and stuff. You see this a lot on the 70s Gibson's acoustics and stuff. You'll see them. They're not uniformed at all. I don't see them being the same. The way the logos get pressed in there, they're just not the same. So that question there is not completely so. But most of the time, if you see like a Les Paul and stuff, and you're like in a pawn shop and you're looking at a Les Paul, and the logo is a little lower or a little higher and stuff, usually it is fake. They usually Gibson's pretty spot on where they put them. So, all right, what is next here? Okay, this one, everybody should get this one. Everybody should know this. A Fender with metric hardware, odd side screws, cheap pot metal. Now, a Fender, not a Squier, but a Fender. Yeah, Brian, you are correct. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like. We have 20 people in here. Everybody has hit a thumbs up. Awesome. I appreciate that. And if you are new to here, please hit the like and subscribe. Become part of the channel. It does help me quite a bit. Got a couple no's. It's fake. The answer to that one is it's fake. The Fender's not going to have a bunch of mismatched stuff, and they're definitely not. You're not going to see pot metal on some of that stuff. Steph, you're out of here. All right, man. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Boogered up, made in Japan. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I mean, if you see stuff like that, somebody's messing with something, but it's not going to come out of the factory like that. Yeah, this is one. I'm gonna change up some things here. I have this stuff in here, and I just kind of grab some stuff. All right, if you find a how do you tell a Les Paul if you find a Les Paul or Gibson Flying V or 335 and you go into a pawn shop or a guitar shop or whatever and you see a Les Paul and you say, man, everything looks good, and you turn the headstock around and you look at the back of the headstock and the serial number is pressed in, and it's pressed in really, really far. I mean, we're talking like it's too far in. That usually is a telltale sign that this guitar is fake, really fake. That's my first thing. When I look at when a guitar comes in the shop, I look at that serial number and I go, all right, this one's fake. If I see that. All right, here's a question for you. We're just going to ask you a trivia question here. What does PAF stand for in Gibson humbuckers? Yeah. Yeah, you find one that's the serial numbers have been like they're gone or they've been painted over or scratched out. Yeah, you probably got a hot guitar there for one. I'm trying to put the bouncy ball in the middle of the circle here. Well, thank you there. I appreciate the gift memberships. Appreciate it very much. Yay. Patent applied for is correct. That is absolutely 100% correct. All right. How about this one? What was the original the Fender Stratocaster, or not Stratocaster, but the Telecaster? What was the original name for the Telecaster? It actually had two names prior to being finally called the Telecaster. Do you know either one? All right. So one person actually has both questions. I actually correct. One has an interesting one. Fano has broadcaster and Esquire. That is not correct. The Esquire actually is a totally different guitar. The Esquire only has one pickup in it, where the Telecaster has two. So that's how you tell the difference between a Esquire and a Telecaster. One pickup. The Esquire will have a bridge pickup. That's all they have. They don't have a front pickup. And then we have Eric came up with both the broadcaster and the no-caster, and that is the correct answer. They were called the broadcaster, and then they were called the no-caster. Yeah, exactly. It was a Gretsch name, and they had to change it because of the whole lawsuit thing. They got threatened if they didn't change it. All righty. So, all right, that'll be enough for the Thomas. Thank you very much. I appreciate the super chat and the gift memberships. Appreciate very, very much. But yeah, that'll do enough for the tonight's trivia fun stuff. I think you guys had enough of that for tonight. We'll give you some more next week. Next week, maybe we'll do next week. We'll just do a bunch of just random weird questions. You sold me my mini. You forgot who I am, I guess. Oh, see, Tom, it's Thomas. I cannot see. Michelle, will you please explain to Thomas what's going on with my eyes? my optometrist, personal optometrist on here, or is that what it's called? Optometrist. Is she still on here? She must have dropped off, but anyways, I know. Anyways, Thomas, I can't see. I can see Thomas, and I can kind of. I can't see the last. Your last name and everything runs together with. I see a G at the end. You bought a GS Mini. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, Thomas, the glasses Randy is wearing are readers. They may or may not be the correct power. Michelle works in Maine, and she right at the very beginning of this whole podcast thing, she kind of like got on me. You need to fix your eyes. What screen do you read your comments on? Maybe get a bigger screen. Yeah, actually, it's all connected to laptop. I'm just using a laptop with a camera and stuff like that. One day I'm gonna upgrade this whole thing. By the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I now have shirts. Yes, we now have Randy's Guitar Addict shirts available. Trips, I love that one. That is, you are correct. I mean, he couldn't have nailed it any better because that is correct. Yeah, Thomas Costa. Yes, I know who you are now because when you said that, I started thinking about that. I'm going, wait a minute. That's the GS Mini, the brown one, the mahogany one. Yes, nice guitar. Yep, I do remember it, man. we get so many things going across the screen and stuff. It is, it's really hard. I have, like, I'm looking at the screen and everything is like really tiny. Everything's like probably 10 font. It's not even 12. It's like maybe 10 or 8. It's pretty small. And I'm trying to read these names and everything coming across. And sometimes they go by real fast. So I don't even get to see anything. It goes, and that's all I don't get it. So, but I do appreciate Thomas very much. The business is awesome. So, how do you like the Taylor? Are you enjoying it? All right, D, you're screwing with me now because I can't read whatever the heck you just wrote. And how you did that, I don't know how you did that, but I cannot see that. There's no way. It's easier to read our comments when they are typed in all caps. Yes, exactly. Go into settings and set the font to old man. I like that comment. I like that comment. That was good. What is we got? Sorry, medical diagnosis is you're half blind and are too guitar focused to buy prescription glasses. Yes. Dana, thank you again for another super chat. Yay. Coast a lot or coast a little? What? Coast a lot or coast a little? He's on the coast. He's over here. Him and me share a very good friend, a buddy of mine, Darren, who I grew up with and played in many, many bands. Now plays in the band Jay and the Americans. So, and he played in The Letterman. He was in that movie Hancock. He did a movie called Rock and Roll. What else did he do? Paul Revere and the Raiders. I mean, he's done a bunch of stuff, but he's a good friend of mine. You like the shirt. Thank you, Michelle. I'm looking at these different. Sound like I'm ready to go to Rockville. Yeah, Rockville is coming up here next month here at the Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Rock. I think they call it that. They don't call it the World Center of Racing. They call it the World Center of Rock. So, anybody know who the night 4? Who is the headline for night number 4? Anybody know who that is? That was actually one of my questions for that I put in my trivia stuff last week. I actually asked that question. It is not Alice Cooper, and it is not Slayer. The Last Night actually is a band that I actually like, and a lot of people think I'm crazy because I like them. Is My Chemical Romance. Every Halloween, they Tiffany. You know, we were going to go see Tiffany a couple weeks ago. We didn't get to go because it rained. I was so disappointed I didn't get to see Tiffany. Coast to nothing. I can see that. I see the A. Yeah, God, I was so disappointed didn't get to see Tiffany. Now, next week we're going to go see our buddy Blando with Slaughter. Jeff Blando, the guitar player. Blando, known him for, I don't know, many years. He's playing, him and Great White. They're playing over at SeaWorld next Saturday night, so that'll be fun to see. My phone is bouncing all over the place. Why is your phone bouncing? Am I blowing you up with that that Everybody say hi to Dana, by the way. All right, D, what do you got? I just restrung my Strat while watching this live. Flat wounds 12s. Oh God. Ooh. You know, there's an easier way to have flat wounds. Just don't change your strings for over a year. Wasn't Slaughter just a watered down Slayer? Oh, I don't think so. can't even sing that high. Gosh, Dana Strum sings, or not Dana's. What's the Mark Slaughter? Man, gosh, the guy sings so high. I'm curious to see if he can still sing that high. Sorry, Dana. I said bye earlier. I thought you were leaving. I think she was waving here, or she. I don't know if Dana, are you a she or he or what? I still haven't figured that out. It's one of those names. I just changed some flat wounds on my whole. Oh, let's see. You can't even read that. Hollow Body Electric. They were about 7 years old. No lie. Well, good. All right, what do you got? Trips got. Has anyone seen Angine de Portrine? I don't know what that yet. What is that, a movie or is that a person? I don't even know what that is. Trips, let me know. What is that? Nice. Got to get your money's worth out of them. Hey, you know what? That guitar back there and that guitar, the Flying V, and there's one up here and there's one over there. They all are strung with. I'm not endorsed by these people. I'm actually endorsed by another company, but they're strung with Diodario XTs. Those things last forever. They just last. I use Fast Fret, and the only reason I changed is because I broke a string. Yes. Daytona local. I think we all are. No. Yeah. I don't know. I don't try. I tell people I'm not from Daytona. I hate to say that. It whenever I do play places, it's it's crazy out. If I'm playing across the other side of the state, or even in Georgia or somewhere, if I say I live in Ormond Beach, which is near Daytona Beach, they go, "Oh, Daytona, ooh." Daytona just does not have a good reputation anymore. Just does not. It's too bad. Used to be a great place to go. It's a Canadian duo. They are getting a lot of press. You need to see them. All right, I'm going to check that out. I'm definitely going to see. Engine de Portine. I assume they are French Canadian. And I'm really cheap, Van says. That's funny. I am sure you are very cheap. That's why I buy the XD strings, because they last forever and I'll have to change them. God, I could play guitar with or write songs for Def Leppard. Sounds like a Def Leppard lick. Anyways, all right, guys. So it's been fun. It has been a lot of fun. I'll let you guys know whether I'm doing my trivia thing if I decide to do that. If not, so I'll let you guys know soon. I'll probably, if I decide to do it, and he says, "Hey, you got to start next week," I'll put a video up and let you guys know what's going on. So I do appreciate everybody watching tonight. Until next week, guys, have a great one. And so long from the Sunshine State.
You've been watching Randy's Guitar Attic on YouTube. If you like tonight's show, please hit the like and subscribe button. Until next week, so long from the Sunshine State.